Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? We were, Tracy and I were just on the phone and I was like, oh my God, it's 8:31. So we're a couple minutes late. I apologize. We are, I'll wait for everybody to catch up with the fact that we are live and online. Let the notifications go out. Yeah, so, okay. Hi, Shannon. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy, it's the last Saturday in July, right? I think we're into August. No, we have one more Saturday in July. Goes to show you what I know, you guys. Okay, we do. It is not the last Saturday in July. All right. We have one more Saturday. Good morning. Oh, Lori from Cape Cod. Nice. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Cape Cod. Lori, I used to live on Cape Cod. I lived there for a long time. I don't know if you know that. Hi, Dodie. Good morning. I'm going to make sure that Tracy's with us. I have people texting me saying, are you on? Yes. That's why you don't talk to Tracy when you only have 7 minutes, because we started talking and we lost sight of the time. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, everyone. All right, so grab your notebook, because you're going to want it. All right. Good morning, Janet. Zoe, hi. Okay, I'm gonna start the podcast recording before I forget. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Mary. So grab your notebook. You're going to want your notebook. So for those of you that are new to Coffee Chat, we do this show every Saturday morning at 8:30 Eastern Time. And we've got Amber from Canada. If you're hailing from another country, let us know. We love that. Okay, so Coffee Chat show is my give back. I am the Working Warrior Mom is my public kind of moniker. By day, I am a CEO, a consultant, a director of project management, and a bunch of different things. That is my, those are my day jobs. And on the weekends and at night, I produce content to try to help. I was a working single mom for over 18 years. Rebecca's here from England. Nice. Welcome, Rebecca. And I got married at the end of 2019 again. And so we changed the name from the Working Single Mom to the Working Warrior Mom because it was more authentic. I'm very much about being authentic. We've got the Philippines hailing too. And everybody, this is the natural color of my hair, guys. People are saying they like the dark hair. I actually have a photo shoot this morning for the book. We decided to push back the launch of my third book to my mother's birthday, which is September 28th. And I got this great tank top from Spiritual Gangster. And so we're going to take some, we've got Tia's coming. She flew in from North Carolina, my photographer, and we are doing a photo shoot for some book media after the show. Okay. So, we are warriors. Rebecca's reminding us that we are warriors. Yes, indeed, we are. Okay, get your notebook. So, couple things. Next week, we will have this downloadable, Mary Loves the Tank Top. It's Spiritual Gangster. It's this line that I found when I went for a massage at the spa. They were selling it, and since then, I've ordered a ton of stuff from them. I'm not promoting them. I don't get paid by them. I just personally love their stuff. I loved that they had this tank top that said warrior, so I bought it. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a battle plan. So for getting your power back, that's why I want you to grab your notebook. All right. Oh, we've got Susie from Aruba. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We have people from all over the world that watch the Coffee Chat show. Feel free to share the show, you guys. It stays up on our Facebook page, so I don't make any money off of this. This is my give back, so share the content with your friends, your girlfriends, your family, whatever. Tell people to grab a notebook and join us every Saturday morning. We always have something inspiring to share with you. Some Saturdays I have more energy than others because I work all week, and this week was a bitch. I don't know about the rest of you, but this was a rough week. I just finished, yesterday was the second part of my all-day Brene Brown Dare to Lead training, so I went through that protocol so that I can sprinkle it into my work in both places, in the corporate world and with you guys. Oh, I have this like piece of hair. All right. Okay. So here we go. There are no idle thoughts, right? The Course in Miracles says there are no idle thoughts. All thoughts produce form on some level. We talk a lot on the Coffee Chat Show about how what you think about and the energy that you're vibing at works to attract and create your future. So when you have those fear-based thoughts or stress-based thoughts or whatever, and you think, oh, that's just, I'm not really paying attention to that. That still has energy. Any thought that comes into your mind still holds energy. Fear and anxiety-based thoughts attract chaos. Okay? So all your thoughts emit energy. Remember a couple weeks ago or a month ago or so, I talked about, remember those old radiators in older houses? They stood on the wall and, well, they were attached to the wall, but before like in-floor heating and baseboards, houses used to have these old like metal radiators, right? And when the heat came on, they would emit and radiate out heat. So you are like that, and you are emitting out whatever your energy is, whatever your thought patterns and processes are, you are emitting that out like that radiator. And so at an energy level, you are like a radiator energetically, and whatever you are thinking inside of your head, you are radiating out, okay? And then what happens is you are attracting back in, all right? I just want to again say I do not endorse anything anymore for, not at this time currently. So the spiritual gangster stuff that I am wearing and that I love, I am not getting paid by them. I am not an endorser for them. I just love their stuff. I love the fact that they have positive phrases on their t-shirts and jackets and things like that. So I have spent a fair amount of money shopping online at Spiritual Gangster. So I just want to go on record. I am not trying to get you to buy anything there, and I do not endorse that. I love their stuff, but I am not a paid endorser in any way, shape, or form for any brand right now. So anything that I love and share with you, it's just because I love it. Okay, so you are like a radiator. You are emitting energy, and you are attracting back at that level. So there are no idle thoughts. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you get out of the shower in the morning and you think to yourself, oh shit, I should have lost 10 pounds, or I'm fatter than I need to be, or I look like shit today, or I have circles under my eyes, and whatever. Those are the things I say to myself. It's just FYI. Those are not idle thoughts. Those thoughts have energy behind them, right? Mel Robbins has that high five thing, she's got like a book about it, and she talks about like high-fiving yourself every morning in the mirror. I can't quite get to that. That just doesn't fit for me. I think it's a great idea, but the basic premise there is that everything you say to yourself, you put energy behind it. You're saying it just to yourself in the bathroom or just to yourself in the bedroom or whatever the case may be. It still has energy behind it. You're still emitting out like an emotion and energy that goes along with that. So there aren't any idle thoughts, just something for us to all think about, including myself, because I do a number on myself every morning. I have a lot to say. And every morning I think to myself, I really shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing like positive self-talk. So I have this whole I do the fat roll check, and I'm not like super fat or anything, but in my mind I am. And so I'm just when I'm getting dressed or whatever, I'm doing the fat roll check to see how we're doing. Just being totally honest with you guys. That's what I do to myself every morning. So don't recommend, by the way. Highly don't recommend. It's kind of self-defeating. It is what it is. I am still a work in progress. So, Noelle Malone is on, my namesake. Okay, so I am still a work in progress. So although I have been studying these principles since I was 12 and I'm going to be 54 this year, I still, have places where I'm shoring myself up. So I'm in this game right along with you, just so you know. So we have no idle thoughts. Our idle thoughts are thoughts that have energy behind them and they come back to produce something, okay? It only takes an instant for you to change the story, pivot, shift your perspective. That literally only takes one instant in your day. Noelle Malone, by the way, she's from Ireland. I love when she's on. She spells her name the same way that I spell mine. And there's not many people that I know of that spell their name that way. So I'm glad to see her. I'm glad to see all of you, but it's always a treat when I see her name pop up because I'm like, oh, cool. So we can always pivot. And a great pivot for yourself constantly is that you release the past, right? Because most of the time, these self-defeating things that we're telling ourselves are coming from some past experience of ourselves. Because truthfully, the future hasn't occurred yet, so there really isn't anything self-defeating that you can say in regards to your future because it hasn't happened yet. And the present is up for interpretation, right? So most of these shitty thoughts that we have about ourselves or anybody else are coming from past experience. It's like this, we're dragging this big bag along behind us, right? So you have the opportunity in every moment to pivot and create a future unlike your past. And part of what you can do to do that is to be grateful for hard things. So when something comes up into your world, into your trajectory, into your experience, and it's not as you would like it to be, rather than fight against it and get reactivated to it, you could be grateful for it and ask for what the lesson is, right? Because everything is meant to teach us something. So I'll give you an example. I had that Brene Brown thing yesterday, all day. I woke up with a migraine. I'm not sure what caused it, whether it was heat or I was having a food reaction or something. I did not feel good, and my mind told me that I should cancel and not do the show, and I should cancel the photo shoot, and I should not do my Brene Brown training, and I did it anyway. I looked really rough. But I was on there and I participated, and here I am doing the show, and we're going to do the photo shoot after, and I just said, okay, I'm thanking the universe for this experience. I don't know what this is all about. I'm just going to keep doing the next thing in front of me, keep going forward, and I was being as grateful as I could, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and I made it through, right? So everything that we attract to ourselves, every experience that we have, there's a lesson in there for us. And it's up to us to welcome that with some modicum of gratitude, right? It is tough to be grateful for hard things. Rebecca's saying she's currently suffering with vertigo and she's trying so hard to be positive. So the law of attraction works based on how we feel. So if we can get ourselves to feel better, and Gabby Bernstein talks a lot about this in her books, you can get yourself to feel better, then you will vibe higher, and you start to attract better experience and circumstances, right? Gabby Bernstein talks about this, the work of Esther Hicks, Abram Hicks, they talk about this, the law of attraction stuff, all of that. We have that, we made our own version of your emotional level sheet, so it is on the site. Go to thecoffeechatshow.com, click the free downloads, and you'll see it there so that you can print that out and paste that up for yourself so you can see what the levels are of the emotional scale. And as I said, I modified it. I used some words that are that I use with you guys all the time, so we changed it up a bit. We modified it to suit our purposes. and it's available for a free download. So, for instance, apathy is actually higher than, anger is actually like higher than apathy. So it's like all about going to the next best thing. I think in Gabby Bernstein's book, Super Attractor, she talks about choosing the next highest thought, choosing the next highest thing. All right. So when you're grateful for hard things, and I get it, when something really shitty and catastrophic is in your lap, it is really difficult to sit in it and say, okay, I know the good is in here. I'm calling to the good. I'm going to be grateful for what I can't see. It's a practice. I'm not suggesting that this is easy. I am suggesting that it has the power to change your life. And that I know for sure because I practice it. So I know that it has the power to change your life, right? An important piece of that is to own your morning. So here's your warrior battle plan, okay? Get your notebook. Number 1, own your morning. Take control over your morning. When you wake up and your foot hits the floor, do not look at your cell phone for the first thing. Do not read the news. Do not go on social media. Do not see what everyone else is doing. Take that time to focus on what you want more of. Do some affirmations, do a meditation, do yoga, do some kind of mantra for yourself, write a glory story, read your manifestation list. I don't care what you do. Whatever it is for you to center yourself and own the day. And I recommend owning the morning and owning the time right before you go to bed, right? And Darren Hardy calls it bookending your days. We're going to call it owning your morning. And Gabby Bernstein might call it owning your morning too. So I'm going to call it warrior up in the morning and at night. That's what we're going to call it. So in order to warrior up, you don't want to be at effect of the day. You want to be at cause of the day. So when you wake up, take that time in the morning, whatever you can do. I do like an hour and a half. A lot of people don't have that kind of time. I don't have little kids anymore. So I don't even have my kid living with me anymore. So take whatever time you can get. Rebecca's calling us warriors of the dawn. I like that. I love that. Tracy, we should make a meme that says that. Okay. So own your morning, warrior up. In the morning, warrior up at night. In the morning, do something. I would say try to eke out at least 15 minutes. I feel like it doesn't really make that much of a difference if you can't get at least 15 minutes in. I recommend a little bit more time, like 30 minutes at least, but if you've got kids and you have to roll early, whatever, just get up 15 minutes earlier and own that time for yourself. And that's where you frame out your day. That's where you write your glory story, which is a tool that we talk about. I'm not going to get into that this morning, but we will talk about that again coming up. You can go back and find it in other coffee chat shows. So that's where you can write your glory story, work on your manifestation list, whatever it takes, right? To set the tone for your day, because otherwise you are at effect of the day. If you just jump up from bed and you look at your cell phone and then you start interacting, if you're like me with work, your email and this and that. And by the way, you guys, I'm terrible with this because I literally get up to be in the middle of the night and I'm checking my work email, which is terrible. I do not recommend that either. Again, I am a work in progress. I am working this right along with you. I do take that time in the morning, but often I find myself trying to pick up the phone and email somebody for something that just popped into my head during my prayer time. So I'll tell you what, I will stop doing that. You guys do a practice. You start warrioring up in the morning, and I will stop looking at my cell phone until I've done my prayer work and kind of like had my quiet time. All right? So I'll make a deal with you. You guys try warrioring up in the morning, and I will stop looking at my phone right when I get up. Okay, so You're gonna warrior up in the morning, and then at night I do use a gratitude journal. I have it right by the bed, and I just write. And I, some people just like make a list, 5 things. I try to really think about what happened in the day and really think about what I'm grateful for that occurred. So I find that the more in depth that I am about it, Jude, hello. I find that the more, and I saw my sister-in-law pop on here, Nancy. I find that the more I elaborate on the gratitude in the evening in the gratitude journal, the better it sets me up for the next day. So I know when you are really busy and you're running here, there, and everywhere, it seems like you don't have the time to do your thing. You don't have the time not to. That's the thing. You don't have the time not to. Because that's what sets you up for your life. And if you're just running all the time, and you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not taking a moment to be grateful, and you're not taking a breath, you are literally just a reaction all day long. That's all that's happening. Michelle, I see you. Michelle is from the UK. She's a friend of the show as well. We're glad to see her too. So to keep yourself from being a complete reaction all day long, you want to, frame that. You want to frame it for yourself. All right, get your notebook. So here's your battle plan to get your power back with some of these idle thoughts that are occurring and happening, okay? So get your pen. Get your notebook. Here we go. This is your battle. This is our warrior battle plan number 1. This is called How to Get Your Power Back. We're going to drop some warrior battle plans over the next several months. They're really tools. We're just calling them warrior battle plans to be fun, and to give them our own. I'm giving them my own flair. So here's your battle plan. A warrior, a true warrior, doesn't go into a battle without a plan. Now, granted, the plan can change in the middle of the battle based on what's happening. However, you go in with some sort of a plan. So you want to change your life, you want to pivot, you want to create a future unlike the past. You require some plans in order to do that. So here's warrior battle plan number 1, called Get Your Power Back. Number 1, sniff out the negative thought, negative self-talk, the monkey mind chatter, anything unhelpful that's filtering through your psyche, okay? That's like, the fat roll check for me, the, I'm overwhelmed, these menopausal headache things that are happening, which are just a pain in my ass. Any of that stuff that's happening that you don't want more of and it's occurring, sniff out that. Now, this is a plan that you would work for an incident, a circumstance, a thought pattern like that. So you will, Brian, somebody named Brian is asking if a man can join in. This is a public page, Brian. You are more than welcome if you are interested in creating a future unlike the past. We have many more women that follow me. We do have men that follow me, including my own husband. So we are happy to have you as long as you are respectful to the page. And we are here to help people create a future unlike the past. This is my personal give back. So as long as you're respectful, you are welcome. This is not, so that's what we are. Anyway, so your battle plan is in regards to a circumstance, a situation, a seeming diagnosis, a thought pattern that you have about yourself, an ineffective habit that you keep, playing out, whatever. You're going to sniff out that, whatever it is, the conversation that you're having that's underneath, that situation, the fear-based thought that you have about the outcome of it, the negative self-talk, whatever it is, sniff that stuff out. And you'll know that you've got the right thing, because anything that monkey mind tells you is unhelpful. So If that voice in your head is telling you something and it's not supportive and it's not like forwarding the action, that's what I'm talking about. Anything like that, that's what we want to sniff out here. So your second step is you're going to say to that thought pattern, that habit, that voice that's telling you that you're worthless, whatever it is, you're going to say, thank you for sharing. Not today. See you later. Stand over there. Not interested. Not buying in. Not doing it. Be grateful that you've caught it. So when you see it go by, don't go like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm thinking that. What's wrong with me? This is terrible. I should know better. No. See it? Oh, I see you. Thank you for sharing. No, not today. Stand over there. Not interested. Not helpful. But thank you. Thank you anyway. Okay? So having that little bit of like humor, gratitude, like, oh, I see you and I know you're coming from a place that isn't helpful, so thanks. No thanks. Not today. Not interested. Third step, write a sentence that is the opposite of that. We're going to call that a glory statement. Write a sentence that outlines whatever that was. Write a sentence, a glory statement that is opposite of that. Okay? So I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm calm. I navigate seemingly adverse situations beautifully. Everything works out. Every day in every way, things are getting better and better. My in-laws are wonderful people. They're helpful. My wife is amazing. She, does what I ask. My husband doesn't leave the cap off the toothpaste. Whatever thing irked you and kind of got you all into your negative whatever, like, go for the opposite. So we're going to call that write a glory statement that is the complete opposite of the thought that you just caught. Number 4, move on. Okay? Just move on. Don't dwell. That's your final step. Move on. Do the next thing. Don't dwell. When you dwell, you open the door for chaos and more negativity, right? When you have those adverse thoughts that flit by, and you get in there and you invite them and you dwell in them and then you worry about the outcome. Like, don't do any of that. Don't dwell. Okay? So that's your warrior battle plan. Number 1, for getting your power back. You're going to sniff out the negative thought, the negative self-talk, the negative habit, whatever it is, anything that's unhelpful, the monkey mind chatter, the unhelpful behavior, whatever it is that you're stuck in, that's not working, that's not offering you a path to creating a future unlike the past, you're going to sniff that out. Then you're going to thank it for sharing. You're going to make it apparent that you're not interested today or any other day for that matter. The important piece there is thank you for sharing, right? You can do that with people too. When someone's giving you unhelpful information or they're criticizing you or saying something that isn't working for you, you don't have to get all reactivated and pissed off and, you can just say thank you for sharing and move on. Thank you for sharing. Not today. Not interested. All right? Then you're going to write your sentence, a glory statement that is the complete opposite of the thought that you're not interested in having. And then you're going to move on. That's it. You went through the steps. Now I'm moving on to the next thing. Don't dwell. Don't stew, don't dwell, don't go down the rabbit hole, as I call it. All right? So, your assignment for this week, should you choose to accept it, work your battle plan, how to get your power back, investigate that a little bit, see how it works for you. We'd love to hear about it. You can always email. And also, own your morning. Warrior up in the morning, warrior up in the evening. It makes a big difference for how the day turns out, for sure. And it makes a difference of how your life goes. And it's these little things that create a future unlike the past. It's easy to say that you want a future unlike the past. You've got to get in there and create it and really work it consistently. That's the key, consistency. So you can find out about us at thecoffeechatshow.com. You can get all the free downloads at thecoffeechatshow.com. Click free things, free downloads. All right. And Rebecca's reminding us that we're warriors from dusk till dawn. Indeed. Indeed we are. Good morning, Angie. Angie's late to the party. Angie, go back and watch from the beginning. As soon as I post this, you're going to like it. Tracy's reminding us we're looking for 50 people to review the new book. I think we got a handful of you last week when we mentioned this. I forgot to mention it. Thanks, Trace, for reminding me. We are looking for people to review ahead of time Practical Change Volume 3, My View from Here. So if you're interested, hey, Jamie, if you are interested in reviewing the book, Jamie, I'd love to have you and Marie review the book. So just email us, email Tracy. Oh, we have someone from Belgium. That's awesome. Hello, Tally from Belgium. Okay, if you're just joining us, please go back and watch this one from the beginning so that you can get your battle plan, your warrior battle plan for getting your power back. I feel like this would be helpful for people. So if you, if you're just popping on now, go back and watch from the beginning. I'm going to post this in just a second. And go to thecoffeechatshow.com, click free downloads. You can find a bunch of free stuff there. You can also watch past episodes. We've got South Africa watching too. Good morning. Watch past episodes on YouTube. You can catch them on the Facebook video page. You can also listen to podcasts. We record the raw audio and we just put it up as a podcast. Since this is a give back and it's not how I make a living, I don't make these videos super fancy. I don't make the podcast fancy. I figure the information is helpful. If you want to hear it, it is out there. All right. Have a great week. I will see you next Saturday. I'm going to say goodbye to the podcast folks here. The rest of you, I encourage you to own your mornings and own your evenings. Warrior up for the day. And we will see you next week, Saturday, 8:30 a.m. See you soon.